Ugh. Shit, it is still raining out. Alright. Well, today we're gonna be building the rest of the Satsuma. And I tried to sleep through the night, but I just couldn't. It was almost impossible to. Yeah, look, it's been raining since like the end of recording last episode. I swear. It's been raining cats and dogs. Alright, we're loading up the Kekamet with beer to get the crappy wheels from the rundown barn and the even crappier wheels from the mansion. No, I'm joking, but I'm getting the GT wheels and the crappy ones. Hopefully it stops raining. Oh yeah, no, that visibility is great actually. That's actually perfect. Thank you. Perfect. So we can get on our way and get the trailer, so we can get the wheel. Because I'm not putting 8 wheels inside of this cabin. I've done it once. I'm not going to do it again. I actually flipped the Kekamet into a ditch after that, or during. It was during, but I flipped the Kekamet into a ditch, and the wheels went flying, and I couldn't flip over the Kekamet. Make sure to always check your mail. Make sure to always check your mail. Because if you don't, you might shut your power off and you'll get a late fee. Back her up. Oh, look at that. Stop. It's oh. Yeah, it's gonna stop raining. Sweet. Yeah, not even a mile away from the house. Maybe a half a mile away from the house, it stops raining. So now we know that we have a DARPA weather machine under my house that's creating a Category 5 in the middle of Finland. Not coastal Finland, middle Finland. And it's just over my house. Oh shit! Come on, Uncle, I almost speared you through that effing windshield. I almost killed him. Ah! Perfect. Oh, we get the front doors open. So now we're gonna go backwards. Pull the trailer up, and we are gonna get the wheels. Don't mind those. A little bit of non-linear storytelling, if I don't say so myself. Here we go. Alright, so we're on our way to the abandoned, or I want to say abandoned, but the torn down barn. After you get out of, like, after you take that left turn from Flatari's, it's like right, let's see, I think it's your first left with a green mailbox. Your first left with a green mailbox. That's where it's at. And there we go. It'll be near that one pig guy. But yeah, these are the GT wheels that I got. Definitely got these after the crappy wheels in the mansion. Yep, see? But we'll be able to roll the Satsuma with the crappy wheels and then use those for inspection. All right, we're at Fultari's. Time to see if I can rubber these tires up. Oh, well, not rubber the tires up, but you know what the fuck I mean. Oh, no, dude. I'm $100 away. Come on, Fultari. Just give me. Come on, man. Just pass me 100. You know I'm good for it, dude. I'll suck your. I don't know. No, I meant like suck the shit out of your septic tank. All right, we're back home with the wheels. Fultari would not let me suck the shit out of his septic tank. Now that sounded weird. But I promise you, nothing nefarious. I was just going to trade him laborious works for monetary cash. So we're going to unload these tires and get ready to work on the vehicle. I think it's a good idea. And who cares? We're just going to like curb the shit out of these wheels. All right. You're going to bolt in the subframe with 4 10mm bolts. All right, steering rack's going on with 4 9mm bolts. Steering column is going on with 2 8mm. Both wishbones go on with 10mm. 2 for each. All right, the spindles go on with 1 12mm each. There's 2 spindles. Steering rods both are held on with 1 12mm. We're going to put the disc brace and half shafts on. That is a 14mm bolt. Put the suspension in. That'll be 1 12mm, 3 10mm. Your 4 9mm. That'll be on the shared steering rods. Put the trailing arms in. Those are 2 12mm bolts. Have a siggy, and then both of the coil springs will be no tools required, actually. The shock absorbers, you can pull for those in. Have another siggy brake. Both these shock absorbers go in with 1 12mm and 2 6mm. Put in the coils first, though. Yeah, put the coils in first. Put the drum brakes in. Those are 14mm. And then put the wheels on. Those are 4 lugs for each wheel, and those are 13mm bolts. Probably not enough in real life to actually hold up a wheel, but Again, don't use these crappy wheels for inspection. You will fail. You'll waste money. All right, we're going to do the interior now. All right, the steering wheel takes a 10mm bolt. Gear shifter takes a 6mm bolt. Handbrake takes four 8mm and one 5mm. The 5mm is the bolt under the car by the Y section, right near the gas tank. Right, the front seats. Both of the front seats take 9mm bolts. Make sure you bolt them in because I have driven the car in later versions, have, gotten to a fender bender and have fallen out of my seat. Or my seat goes out the front windshield. Rear seats. Surprisingly, it's only two 9mm bolts. I'm surprised those don't go out the front window. Right, for the dashboard, it is two 10mm bolts. All right, put the dashboard meters in. Those will be two 6mm bolts. And the clock gauge is two 7mm bolts. Put the radio in, no tools required. We are going to lower this powerhouse into our Satsuma, this 4-banger. And that will take three 11mm bolts. Be careful because you will not hear a audible sound when it is ready to be connected. And then you'll need three 9mm bolts to bolt in the half shafts. Yep, throw your beer into the engine bay. That's important. And get two 10mm to take off that engine hoist. Get that shit out of here. All right, so for the electrics, you'll need two 8mm bolts. Fuel strainer, you'll need one 8mm. For the radiator, you'll need four 7mm bolts. Make sure the fan is pointing toward the engine. For your radiator hoses, you will need 3 of them, and all of them will take a screwdriver. Alrighty, clutch master cylinder. So that's 1 9mm and then 2 8mm. That 1 9mm will be in the interior, and the 2 8s will be on the firewall. Next is the brake master cylinder. Same thing, 1 9mm that's inside, and then 2 8mm that's outside on the firewall. Clutch lining. That'll be 2 7mm. And now time for the brake lining. That'll be 11 7mm. Yikes. Make sure you get all of them too. You will piss brake fluid and probably cause an accident with your drunk uncle. Or is he your cousin? Always forget. Probably both? Inbred? Not sure. They could be inbred. But is that even popular in Finland? It's kind of like an American thing. Southern American. All right, the fuel tank. So it'll be 7 11mm bolts and then 1 12mm bolt. The 1 12mm bolt is for the fuel hose. It's for the fuel hose. Fuel tank pipe takes no tools. Or the exhaust pipe will be 3 7mm bolts. The muffler is 1 7mm. It will fall off like hell every time you put it on. All right, gear linkage. One of the most annoying. That'll be 3 5mm bolts. See why it's annoying? All right, time to put the fluids in. Use those 3 bottles of brake fluid to fill up your clutch master cylinder and your brake master cylinder. Just make sure to Gronk spike your clutch fluid. Now fill up that radiator full of coolant. You're going to need it because I forgot a whole bottle once and I had to pee in my radiator for 3 miles. Alrighty, time for oil. Most important part, in my opinion. And you just need one. You just need one thing of oil. Unfortunately, this problem can't be solved by pissing into it. I've tried. Piss does mix with oil, and it's not good for your gears. All right, you're going to go from the rear harness connector to the fuel tank. Then the rear harness connector to the rear light left. Then the rear harness connector to the rear light right. And then the front light connector to the headlight left. And then headlight connector to the headlight right. Then the front lights connector to the main harness. Then you're going to go from the main harness to the regulator. And then from the main harness connector, you're going to go to the positive terminal. And then from the main harness connector to the ignition coil. And then the main harness connector to the radiator fan connector. And then fuse box to instrument panel 1. Fuse box to ignition switch. Fuse box to instrument panel 2. And then radio harness to radio. And do the positive terminal to the starter. And then the negative terminal to the negative ground that's right next to the starter. And then from the regulator to the alternator. And I'll put it up on screen for what you got to do. But that's the electrical. And you're going to need a 7mm to tighten the starter ground. Now take your 5mm and tighten up the starter pot. Get your light bulbs out and start installing them in the light fixtures. It's easier to put all these, outer items, all these exterior items on after you wire the vehicle. Just way easier, trust me. And then one of the easiest parts is for last. Positive. Get your fenders on. Fenders are going to need 5mm bolts. For the hood, you're going to need 4 6mm bolts. But make sure to open the hood first. It's kind of easier that way, and it won't fall off. Now for the doors, that is for 10mm bolts, and I recommended doing it before the fenders, but I was kind of retarded. So yeah, that happens. So they're right on the seam, though, if you want to do it without taking the fenders off or doing the doors before the fenders. But just do the doors before the fenders. Or do whatever you want. I don't care. Now the lid, or as I call the boot, that goes on with 4 6mm bolts. Now the bumpers go on, both of the bumpers go on with 2 8mm bolts. They are a pain in the ass to get on. Now put the grill in. The grill takes 2 6mm bolts. And then after you get the grill done, do the headlights. Because it's easier then. So with those, it's 2 7mm. The spanner 8mm. Put on the battery terminals. We're going to start this thing finally. Right, moment of truth. Almost forgot the fucking gas. Yeah, when you start your vehicle, make sure you get a full tank of gas, like me. Right, moment of truth. Let's give her... Let's go. She is on. That's badass. Okay, turn it off. I think the engine's about to fucking explode. Well, alright, everyone. Take a piss, have a smoke, drink a beer. We are done. The vehicle could start, and now we can finally play the game. Well, tune in next time. This is Hillbilly Simulator.
Isä poltti puisen veturin. Se saunapesän tuhkahti. Ei ollut aika kyyneliin. Isä sanoi kestää se kuin.